So today we're looking at celebrities who own islands. Okay, and but before we move into the class, do you think that it is excessive to own your own private island? Okay. Anybody like to comment? No, says Audrey.
Okay. No, not if you have the money, you have the millions. No.
Absolutely.
No. And I know Tyler Perry owns an island.
Right.
On one of those Bahamas Keys. He owns an island there. And that's where he would go off and he would write. He would do his, you need that solitude. Those places, less distractions and so on. And he would be there for months. And that's how he produces all those nice big TV shows that he has. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Audrey. That's great. Anybody else have an opinion?
Yeah, I would agree with that. That being able to get away isn't always easy, and if somebody has to get there by a boat or a helicopter, it's probably a little bit harder for somebody to show up on your property than if you have a ranch somewhere. Right. So yes, I think it's a good idea.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Any other comments? Any other opinions about owning an island? Okay. Hello, Linda. Okay. Islands. I guess when you've got an extra $10 million lying around, you buy your own private island, of course. That's what you do with it. Okay. But there's usually some good reasons, as we've already heard now from some of you in the class. Some of the world's most famous actors and musicians and businessmen own their own private islands. And some use the islands. And this is what I think maybe Audrey was saying earlier as well, as a paparazzi-free getaway, to get away from that paparazzi. It must be terrible being a celebrity and having these people click photos of you every 5 minutes from behind trees and in your windows. Other people also buy islands to rent them out, to share them out as well. So other people can get away who don't want to buy the islands. So who is the most famous person who owns a private island? Was the question I asked myself. I don't know if you've got any ideas, but there are a lot of them. Okay, there are a lot of them. I mean, Johnny Depp is quite near the top of most people's lists when you research people. He was the Pirates of Caribbean star. He owns a 45-acre tropical island called Little Halls Pond Cay in the Caribbean, and we'll look at it during this class. But the Lone Ranger actor says that Marlon Brando taught him how to buy an island. So I guess there must be a strategy in buying an island. So Depp takes advantages of the privacy of owning an island. And he rarely shares his experiences with the media. Okay? So it's glad to hear that you don't think it's excessive to own an island, because I agree with you. Okay.
No, it's not excessive. No.
Yeah. I agree. But you might say something different if we were talking about luxury motor cars. Okay. You might say, yeah, that's excessive. Okay. Or maybe a jet aeroplane or whatever. But an island, no. Okay, it's certainly not excessive. You know, other famous. Sorry, say again. Somebody say something? Just a discussion. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Robin Williams and Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts, they're all people who are owning an island, and you can see their pictures there, and you can see their islands in the back. And Tyler Perry has purchased the White Bay Cay in the Exuma case. That's what you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Bahamas. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they have hundreds of these little keys, these little islands that they have in the Bahamas. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And
the
cruise ships own them also.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Royal Caribbean, Princess, Norwegian, they all own those one or two of those islands. And there's a day that they take us out for a big barbecue on their island.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been on one of those.
Yes, I've been on one. Yes, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, mine was up the east coast of Africa. Opposite Mozambique, there were islands there, and the cruise ship stopped there, and we all got off. And you're right.
Yeah,
great fun. Yeah. So
I think the owner of Virgin Island, Virgin.
Oh
Airlines.
yes,
what's his name again?
Richard Branson. Richard Branson. We're going to see. He's going to be first on our list today.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. You know, the Madeira mastermind took pilot lessons so he could fly his private plane to the island. Now, Perry purchased the island back to celebrate his 40th birthday in 2009. So, speaking with the People magazine, Perry stated, and I quote, "I'm a loner by nature. So when I'm out there on these islands, I just feel like I'm the only person in the world." And that's what Audrey was saying. Okay. Yeah. So let's take a look at some of these my favorite entrepreneurs and adventurers. And certainly the first one on our list is Richard Branson. You know, he's basically the same age as I am. And I've been following him right since the beginning of his career. I've got his books, I've read his books, and he's very, very human, if I could say, and he cares about the world and society, and he does a lot of work out there too. There you can see him in the picture on the right there, and that's his island and those he's building. It's called Nectar Island, as you can see from the image. It's located in the British Virgin Islands. Belongs to celebrity, he's dubbed as celebrity businessman, okay, as opposed to an entertainer, okay. And he is the founder of the Virgin Group of companies. So this little island boasting 74 acres of absolute pristine tropical land, all surrounded by coral reef. And I know some of you were in my class when I did a whole class on coral reefs around the world, and how the climate change was affecting them. But he's got coral reefs crested, and then he's got lovely sandy beaches. You can see some of them there in the image. Okay, so this is Sir Richard Branson's Getaway. Okay. By Nectar Island is more than just fancy celebrity residence.